All right, here we go again. We're going to be making some sausage balls. And that is a pound of sausage. Like I tell you, I buy the big one. Cut it in half. You can use it more than once. You get a better deal that way. Extra virgin olive oil, garlic salt, black pepper, smoky paprika. But your regular paprika will work just fine. Some Mrs. Dash. That is about a half a cup of parsley. Fiesta cheese, cheddar cheese, any cheese you have will do. Some Bisquick. And there is your shot. And this time we're going to mix and put in the oven. Let's get started. All right, I've got a cup and a half of the cheese in here, a cup of the Bisquick, the pound of the sausage. We're going to go in with about 2 tablespoons of Mrs. Dash. Keeping in mind that sausage does have flavor, okay? And I'm going to put in about a tablespoon of the garlic salt, tablespoon of the black pepper, and about 2 tablespoons of the smoked paprika. And then I'm going to put in that parsley. And this was going to add so much beautiful color to the dish. All right. She's merely for picture purposes. Merely just to look pretty, as opposed to actually being for flavor. So then we're just going to mix this all up and we're going to make it into balls. You can use an ice cream scoop for this. I don't. And you don't need an egg to mix all this together, okay? I'm just breaking up the meat first, a little bit. And I'm just going to incorporate everything in there, okay? And if you don't have Bisquick, flour works really good on this dish, okay? Flour works really well, okay? So I'm just going to mix that all up. And if you find that it is a little dry for you, go ahead and incorporate that egg, okay? You just kind of got to work with it a little bit. It'll all go in. But if you feel that it is a little dry for you, feel free to add that egg. Keeping in mind that that sausage is going to let off a little bit of that grease. Or should I say fat. Okay? So it's going to go ahead and juicy on up for you. Alright? And you can definitely make this in a couple of batches. You can make 2-3 pounds, because I guarantee you make it once, it's going to become a hit. Okay? I think I am going to go ahead and add that egg. I'll be right back. Alright, I put that egg in there. Okay? And like I said, this is a delicious recipe. You don't have to wait for the holidays or a tailgate to do this. It is absolutely amazing all year round. See how yummy that looks? It is going to be amazing. Can you see that? Look at all those flavors in there. Look how delicious that is. Put that glove back on. Let me go ahead and move this other stuff out of the way. I'll come back and then we'll make those balls. Okay, and like I said, you can use an ice cream scoop. It's up to you how big you want these pieces to be. I say about the size of a, let's say, 50-cent piece or so. And that's how big I'm going to make mine. Okay. Alright, put a little olive oil on that sheet. Okay, and then we're just going to commence to keep making these into balls, just like that. Just roll them together. And there you go. So I'm just going to keep making these up until we get them all done. And like I said, if you need to use an ice cream scoop so that you can get yours more to the same size, I do this all the time, so I know exactly how much it takes. Okay, I'll come back once I get all of these on the sheet. Alright, now what we're going to do is, now that we got all those done, I'm going to take some olive oil and brush it on this sausage. On every single one of them, you want some olive oil, okay? So do them all, okay? I've already oiled down the pan. with a little bit of olive oil, so that the ones on the, don't stick to, so that they don't stick on the bottom. And again, like I said, these are great appetizers. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to Gigi's channel, where there is always something magnificent going on in this kitchen. Trust me when I say, you'll always find something for everybody here. And if there's something you want me to make, you want to see Gigi's take on it, feel free to drop it down in those comments, okay? Gigi reads every single one of them, and I respond to every single one of them. And I appreciate everybody, and I truly appreciate your support. Thank you for coming by and checking me out on a regular basis. I thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to need to put a little bit more olive oil in here. I didn't want to put too much. Gigi don't like to waste. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more olive oil in there, and then I'm going to get these in the oven. I'll be right back. All right, I got some more olive oil. We're going to finish those on up. And like I was saying, I appreciate everybody. I thank you so much. I truly appreciate your support. And if you could, please watch my videos in full. I'm trying to get in that YouTube algorithm. I am doing my best here. Okay. And there we go. And we're just going to get these in the oven. We're going to cook them on 350 for about 25 to 35 minutes, depending on your oven. Feel free to use a oven thermometer, a cooking thermometer, and you want an internal temperature of at least 165. All right. In the oven she goes, 25 to 35 minutes, depending on your oven. Internal temperature of 165. I'll be back. And look at those sausage balls. Things made easy with Gigi. Please like, subscribe, and feel free to share. Everybody be blessed and stay safe. You'll see Gigi next time. Absolutely delicious.
Are you ready for phase 1?
Welcome back, and welcome back. We are getting ready to make a simple appetizer. Perfect for a tailgate. Perfect for your holidays. A simple little 4-ingredient appetizer. We're going to use these banana peppers. You can use anything you want. Bell peppers, onions, anything. This is how I'm going to make mine. Parsley is merely for the pretty. Some salami and some cream cheese. There's your shot of what we're going to use. And we're not going to get cooking. Let's get wrapping. I'll be right back. All right, I've got down some wax paper here. And I'm just going to layer these up. And like I said, this is a real simple one. You can make this a head. Trust me when I say it is a winner. They will love it. It is so good and simple. Things made easy with Gigi, okay? We love simple. We love easy. And we love yummy. Yes, we do. And I'm going to use all of these. I don't know how many that is. However many came in that package. I'm just going to use all of those. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Just do it. Okay, you need your cream cheese to be softened. Mine could have been a little softer, but you want to just spread it all out, all over. I think I'm going to zap mine a little bit so it'll be a little bit more easier to spread. I'll be right back. All right, we're going to give her a try one more again, okay? And you just want to put cream cheese all over. Try not to ball it up like I just did. You want it to stay smooth and flat. And like I said, this is really simple, really easy. We love simple, we love easy. And you just want to spread it out all about. Put it all over every piece of this, as evenly and as smoothly as you can. All right? doesn't have to be perfect. Like I tell you all the time, over here, this is a real kitchen, real person, okay? And that's just the way it is sometimes. Just spread it all out. And I just put it in the microwave for 30 seconds is all I did. And I'm going to use that whole thing of cream cheese on this. The whole thing. You can use more if you want to. Your kitchen, your rules. Use as much of it as you want. But I am going to use just one block. One block is enough. But like I said, you can do as much as you want. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Gigi's always doing something. Okay. See, that didn't take us too long. Okay. And then this is where I'm going to put in the parsley. Like I said, it's merely for pretty, and you'll see what I'm talking about once we cut these. We do have to put these in the refrigerator. You can do this the day before, but you want to at least put it in the refrigerator and let it set for at least 2 hours, okay? Minimum. Okay? And then this is when we're going to put on those little peppers and just put them all about. And these are seasoned, so you don't have to put any more seasoning on them if you don't want to, but keeping in mind that you do have this cream cheese on here, and with that means that sometimes, oh, don't want those pieces, sometimes the salt content can get to be a little much, so just be mindful of that when you do this, okay? And I use the banana peppers because that's what my family likes. Like I said, you can just use bell peppers, onions. You can do this with all different types of alternatives. Okay? And then when we're done, we're just going to roll her up. Don't want that piece. And it will definitely have a little kick. Not too much, but just a little bit. They're not giving me some good pieces in here. Okay, that's enough. Now let me move some of this stuff out the way so I can show you how I roll her up. Alright, I'm going to take her and turn her to the side so we can roll her a little bit better. And wax paper works really well with this, but I didn't use your wax paper. Okay, so you just want to roll her up the best you can. Do it as tight as you can. Okay, just roll her up. Don't worry about any pieces of meat kind of flopping over. That's fine. It's going to be beautiful in the end. Okay, so just roll her up. I'm going to turn her sideways, and I'm going to wrap her up in this wax paper, and I'm going to put her in the refrigerator in a Ziploc bag, and then I'll come back. Let's just put that cheese on it. I'll just go ahead and wrap it there, and I'll come back and we'll slice her up together. Okay, so in a couple of hours I'll be back. See what she's looking like. A couple of hours I'll come back and we will slice this little baby up. Alright, but we want it to set up a little bit. That cream cheese is going to act as our glue, and it's going to hold everything together. So I'll be back in a couple of hours. We'll slice her up and we'll plate her up. I'll be back. Alright, it's been a minute. I put it in one of those big gallon, well, 2-gallon Ziplocs. All right, and here she is. I'm just going to go ahead and cut her in half. Use your good knife for this. Okay. I'm going to just unwrap her here. And we're going to slice her up. See how the little glue happened with the cream cheese? Look at that. That's the inside. And so we're just going to slice it up. Whatever size pieces you want to use. Make it as big or as little as you want. And there she is. And I'm just going to continue to keep slicing these up. And like I said, you can make them as big or as little as you want. Serve them with any kind of cracker that you want. They are amazing. But I would suggest if you decided to use like a bell pepper or onion in this, it may not be such a bad idea. You know, maybe just saute them up first. Let them cool. Put them in the refrigerator. Not a bad deal. But unless, of course, you want the crunch. Now, if you want the crunch, don't saute them up. Okay? So, I'm going to put her on a plate, give her a close-up, and let you see what she looks like. I'll be right back. And there she is. How yummy is that to put out on a table for your holidays, your tailgate, just any party. Things made easy with Gigi. All day, every day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and feel free to share. Everybody be blessed and stay safe. You'll see Gigi on the next one.
Are you ready for phase one?
Welcome back, and welcome back. Here we go with another appetizer. This one is real simple. As you can see, 4 simple ingredients. That's it. And they are absolutely delicious and amazing. We're going to use brown sugar, light or dark, doesn't matter, but I prefer the light brown sugar. We're going to use some Kobe cheese. Any cheese you want to use will do. I'm going to use the Applewood smoked bacon. Any bacon you have will do, as long as you have the basic ingredients. And then the Ritz crackers. That's it. That's all we're going to use to make this simple, delicious, not to mention a crowd-pleasing appetizer. Let's get started. All right, preheat your oven to 400 because we're going to put this in the oven. And I'm just going to take this bacon and lay it out. And that's all I'm going to do, is just take that bacon and lay it out on this cookie sheet that I've lined with foil. And I'm going to put all the bacon on here because we can make sandwiches, bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches later on in the week. Because I'm not going to use all this bacon for this dish or appetizer. But I prefer the Applewood. I love the Applewood bacon. Just a preference for me and my family. But any bacon that you use on this dish will work out just fine. All of them will work out. As long as you use the gist of what we're doing. Brown sugar, the Ritz crackers, a little cheese, and bacon. Alright? I'm going to continue to lay these out and I'll be right back. Preheat that oven to 400. Okay, I did have to do 2 cookie sheets because it just wasn't enough room and I didn't want to crowd them too much. So I did 2 cookie sheets. And so we're going to put them in the oven 400 for about 15 to 18 minutes, depending on your oven. And I'll be back when it's time to keep going. All right, let's show you how we built these babies, okay? I cut the bacon down to pieces like this. And then we're just going to take one and put one on every single piece. And like I said, this is a simple little appetizer. You can't go wrong with it. If you want your bacon crispy, cook it longer. I don't want mine crispy. Personal preference. And like I said, cook the bacon to your liking. Your family's going to eat it. Okay. And then this is where the brown sugar comes in at. You just want to put a little sprinkle of brown sugar on there. Just a little bit. You don't need a lot. It's going to give you that sweet and savory. And it is absolutely amazing. Try this once and you know you can never go wrong with bacon. Anything with bacon is always a delicious something going on in the kitchen, right? You can never go wrong with bacon. You get the salty from the cracker. You can get different types of crackers. You know, they have those garlic and herb ones, and so you know they've got all kinds that you can get nowadays. So you can switch it up and add that to it. And like I said, it's absolutely amazing. You try these once, and I guarantee you, you'll be happy. It's like a party in your tummy. So yummy, so yummy. Okay. And then you go in with the cheese. And I just kind of cubed it up like this. And you just put that cheese right on top. That's exactly what you do. Just put that cheese right on top of that. My mouth is salivating over here. It is, like I said, a party in your tummy. Absolutely yummy. Now, if you want to give it a little pretty, that's where the parsley comes in. You don't need this step. But if you're doing a little party, nothing like a little pretty. Okay? Nothing like a little pretty. And just sprinkle a little parsley on there. Dried parsley. You could use fresh, but you've always got the dried on hand. I know I do. And just sprinkle a little bit on there. And now we're going to put these back into the oven. We're going to put them in on 350 for about roughly 5 to 7 minutes. Long enough for the cheese to melt because everything else is good to go. So about 5-ish minutes, just long enough to melt the cheese. And I'll be back and let you see what she looks like. All right, there they are. Things made easy with Gigi. All day, every day. Everybody be blessed and stay safe. You'll see Gigi next time. Take care, you guys.
Are you ready for phase one?
Welcome back, and welcome back. Now we're going to make mini cheeseburger sliders. This is going to be our bun. I'm using the crispy crowns because they're the flatter ones. We've got a pound of hamburger meat there. We've got Mrs. Dash steak seasoning, garlic salt, and black pepper. Use whatever seasonings you would like to use. All right, let's get started. All right, I've got these on a cookie sheet. 425 in the oven for about 15 minutes or so. So we're going to get those going while we make up the patties and get things cooking. All right. Okay, these patties you can simply just season them with salt and pepper. I'm going to use a good tablespoon of black pepper. Salt and pepper would be just fine. It's up to you what you want to season your meat with. Your rules, your kitchen. About a tablespoon of Mrs. Dash. A tablespoon of garlic salt. And a tablespoon of steak seasoning. Or you could use Lawry's. Whatever you want to use. Like I say, your kitchen, your rules. I'm just going to make a few patties up and show you how big they need to be. Alright. And I'm not adding anything to this. We're going to use straight up hamburger meat. We're not going to add anything, breadcrumbs, no eggs, no nothing. We're going to have this straight up hamburger patties. Now, if you want to stretch it, absolutely add an egg and add some breadcrumbs. You know, if you're stretching this meal, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Okay? So I'm just going to take enough to make about a meatball. Okay? And then I'm going to flatten her out. My gloves are kind of coming off my hands. Kind of flatten her out a little bit. And then put that little dimple in the middle so that she can stay as flat as possible. And keeping in mind, she will definitely shrink up some, okay? And it doesn't matter if she's not the correct size as far as the tater tots are concerned. That's just fine. You work it out. And you can absolutely use a ice cream scoop to get it exactly the way you want it. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, and I'm just going to keep making these up, and I'll be back. If I can get the camera off. Okay, my skillet has been heating up, and we're going to go ahead and get our little patties in there, okay? And that was 1 pound of ground beef that I used. And we'll be able to get all these patties in there. And so we're going to cook these until they're good and brown. And if you need to check the internal temperature, 165. So I'm going to cook these. It shouldn't take as long. Maybe about 4 minutes per side. It depends on how thick your patties are. So when it's time to flip, I'll be back and I'll tell you exactly how many minutes it took. Alright, it has been 4 minutes. Let's give her a flip. Alright, and then we're going to let her go for 4 more minutes. And she should be about ready to go. But I will be checking her internal temperature. Like I told you, it's just life's easier if you check that internal temperature if you're not for sure. Just go ahead and stick that food thermometer in there. And you'll be good to go. Alright, 4 more minutes. That's all she needs. And she'll be ready. I'll be back. Alright, at this point, I just took some Velveeta squares, sliced cheese, and cut it into squares. And I'm going to go through and put that cheese on each one of these. And I'm just going to let it melt because the meat is already done. And so, another minute, and we're going to start building these, okay? 1 more minute. Just long enough for that cheese to melt. These are amazing. Yes, they are. Alright, and I'll be back. Alright, it's time to build. Little cheeseburgers, tater tots, some tomatoes, lettuce, and some pickles. You can make it just meat and cheese. You can do whatever you want to. Alright, I'm just going to use a little toothpick to kind of hold it all together. Okay. There you go in with the hamburger patty. You see where we're going with this? Putting your little tomato, a little bit of lettuce, a little pickle. Okay. You can put a little extra lettuce if you want. Won't hurt nobody. And then we do what? Finish it off just like that. Do you see that? Yummy, yummy, and yummy. That's what we're doing. I'm going to do another one for you. And like I said, there's any combination of this that you can, you don't have to do it exactly. You can switch it up. Put the tomato here. Put the lettuce there. Put the pickle there as well. And then there go in with the hamburger patty, which is actually pretty hot. And then there we go. There is no wrong way to do this. Alright, so I'm just going to keep going, making these until they are completely finished. And I'll be back and give her close-up. And look at that. There she is. Things made easy with Gigi. Wouldn't you like to put a bite of that in your mouth? I'm telling you. Please like, subscribe, and feel free to share. Everybody be blessed and stay safe. You're going to get to see Gigi next time. Take care, you guys.